Each year, the last weekend in July finds the city of Grayling bustling with activity. You'll see license plates from all over North America. They've come to compete and watch the greatest marathon canoe race in the world.
The AuSable River Canoe Marathon is the top marathon canoe race in all of North America. There's a race, part of the Triple Crown, the Classique up in Quebec, that in many ways is similar yet different to our race, but this is the most competitive field you will find anywhere in North America. Top marathon canoe racers from 19 states and Canadian provinces, and they come to this race because they want to see how they stack up against the other top racers.
There are 2 weeks of canoe racing activities, but the start of the canoe marathon begins with the time trials. Racers sprint upstream, make a 180-degree turn in a very tight section of the river, and head back downstream. The fastest teams will do this in just under 5 heart-pounding minutes. The results of this race determine the starting positions for the canoes on Saturday night. It's a very tricky thing to turn in one of these extremely tippy canoes.
So the canoes used in this race are very technical. I call them stealth canoes. They're made out of carbon fiber. They meet very exacting specifications for the canoe design and weigh as little as about 23 pounds. The object behind these canoes is once you get the canoe moving at a certain speed, it gets up and hydroplanes across the water.
On Saturday evening, the paddlers get their last-minute gear loaded on the boat and prepare for the start. Racers come in all different ages, shapes, and sizes. David Phelps was racing with his grandmother, Janet Bradford, both with prior race experience. One of the big inspirations in this race was Matthew St. Pierre, who had finished this race several times before a logging accident left him paralyzed. He was competing in this race with a special seat in his canoe and would sprint to the start and portage every dam using his wheelchair.
Not getting sick. At night with the fog, being in the bow, it's just like motion sickness kind of, and you just kind of hallucinate because you can't really see. And so I'd say that's my hardest part, but...
For me, it's just knowing that you're going to get mental lows and you just have to paddle through it. You can't give up. I'm never going to give up on my teammates. So you hit these lows, but after every low is an awesome high. So you just have to keep paddling through it and it's going to come. Yeah. So don't give up.
Dropping's not an option for us.
Always the finish is your first goal, but then always to win is the second. So, but you never know. I mean, it's a long race.
This race, I want to try to finish in under 16 hours, 30 minutes, and just have a safe, clean race and learn as much as I can from my Uncle Ted.
The paddlers were ready, and it was time for the wild start of the marathon. The start is absolutely crazy for the racers. Thousands of people cheer them on as they attempt to make it out of town without any incidents while navigating the tight, shallow upper river. As darkness falls, they fall into a rhythm, and the crowds slowly become smaller and smaller.
Doing okay? Everything good down there? Right? Stuff down there waiting for you, okay? Get that stuff out of there.
your boat. Picking up time, good guys.
At Mayo Dam, familiar faces are up front in the race. Two-time runner-up Christophe Prue and three-time runner-up Ryan Halstead are in front by a mere 1 minute. Hot on their heels is 10-time marathon champ Andy Triebold and first-time paddler Jacob Dubois. The monotonous night of racing is now broken up only by portages and the occasional bridge with fans and some food exchanges with their feed crews.
You know, it's a perfect fit for Consumers Energy because we have our 6 hydroelectric dams along the Ausable. And even though this is a legendary race that's been here since 1947, we've actually been on the river longer than that. These dams were built between 1911 and 1924, and they serve actually an important purpose during the race because they're used as timing spots for the racers. The racers know when they need to be at a particular dam at a particular time to be competitive, and they're tracked along the way, but they portage their canoes across each of the 6 dams, beginning at the Mayo Dam. That'll happen about 2 a.m. this morning, and then they'll follow up with the next 5 dams until they reach Oscoda. So it's really important. It's also, these dams are a fantastic place for spectators to actually view the race. They can stop at these things, and thousands of people actually congregate at the dams and watch the canoers come through. So it's really a fantastic race. Consumers Energy couldn't be prouder to be a sponsor of this year's Ausable Canoe Marathon.
Very few marathons are destined to become instant classics, but this was one of them. The top 2 canoes battled all night, and from Mayo Dam on were neck and neck through the next 5 dams. Mere inches separated the 2 canoes. Coming to the line, it was the team of Prue and Halstead that just edged out the defending champion and denied him his 10th consecutive victory. Congratulations to Christophe Prue and Ryan Halstead, who not only got his first win, but also earned the Iron Paddler Award in the same year. If you've never been up to see this great race, then put it on your calendar for next year. It's one of the great Michigan traditions since 1947.
Well, special thanks to Gabe for bringing us that story. That is such a cool event that happens every year in the Grayling area.